So on the way down to Snapper Point, you can see the beautiful Fraser Beach, and you can see the campground there up to the right hand side of it. And there's a nice little car park, beautiful little swimming area and a lagoon at the back there for those that don't like the waves. You can walk around across the rocks and everything here and down through another pebbly beach over to Waibung Heads, which you can see directly across there. Waibung Heads is another very well-known rock fishing platform, but it is another very treacherous one, as is Snapper Point. And I'll give you a look at Snapper Point in a second. So here we are at Snapper Point, guys, and you can see somebody down the bottom there having a fish who doesn't appear to have a life jacket on, which is law out on most of the rock platforms on the Central Coast, and I believe throughout New South Wales. It is quite a large platform, as you can see, and it's relatively flat, so there's plenty of fishing. It does drop off quite deep, which is why it is so popular for people chasing fish such as salmon, kingfish, bonito, etc. that do like the deeper waters. Here you can see one of many plaques. This one in particular is for Jesse Howes, and I actually remember when Jesse got washed in a few years ago. Over here you see another plaque with a bunch of different names on it. Just some of those that have been washed in and perished off these rocks. You will also notice that there are life rings available here. However, they are quite high up, and that's because the seas here get quite rough, and these life rings will get washed away if they're not up so high. In fact, I've been standing at the top here at the memorial plaque, and I've been wet from waves crashing up against these rocks that have splashed all the way up the top here, and from the blowholes and that down the bottom. This platform here at Snapper Point, although it is one of the most popular platforms generally, it's very dangerous because underneath the rock platform there's a lot of caves that people can get swept into and get trapped underneath there. In fact, the only person I've ever heard of to be killed while actually wearing a life jacket on a rock fishing platform got dragged into one of those caves, and the life jacket prevented him from being able to get out. Everybody else that I'm aware of that has gone in from here and been wearing a life jacket has been successfully rescued. Here we have the absolutely stunning Palms picnic area. As you can see, there's a couple of little park benches there, there's a little barbecue area. And after we've had a bit of rain, this little creek that you see through here runs reasonably nicely. There is also a beautiful walking trail through the Palms picnic area. However, it's one that I haven't filmed yet, so make sure to subscribe and hopefully soon you'll see that. Okay, so here we have the Fraser Beach camping area. As you can see, the beach down the bottom here. There's a little walkway just off to the side, and then there's a few little spots to set up camps. No good here for caravans or camper trailers, but for tent campers, swags, etc. it's perfect. There is a little barbecue area, and there's National Park staff here at the moment giving it a clean. Okay, so I've just parked up here at Fraser Beach, down in the bottom car park. Again, they have the electronic machine to grab tickets if you do not have a National Parks pass. And as mentioned, it is a manned beach. We have the lifesavers just at the top there. When you walk straight in off the car park, we've got a little lagoon here, which isn't a bad depth for a swim, probably best for kids. The beach itself though is quite nice, and again, it is manned. There's a sign down there saying no swimming in a certain area. There's people on the beach having a nice swim already. Just back up in the hills here, there is also a beautiful walking trail that goes up to Waibung Point. I'll show you some photos of that. Just remember when coming into Munmorah State Conservation Area, there's a couple of these causeways, and after some heavy rain they can get quite covered with water, so some of the smaller cars are probably not a best option to try and tackle these after heavy rains. And here we are down at the car park for Waibung Heads. As you can see here, there's some beautiful lookouts to the north and the south. Absolutely amazing spot for whale watching and for bird watching. You quite often see some big sea eagles and blue wrens and other species of birds flying around here. And you know, I'm not talking about the two-legged unwinged kind, but it is a beautiful spot here with some really great views. And here we are at Waibung Point. Waibung Point, for those that are into geocaching, is a geocache point. As you can see, there's views for absolute miles around here. Waibung Point is by far one of my favourite spots to come and just relax and look out over the ocean and over the Central Coast. It is a really stunning view, a beautiful spot. It is also part of the Waibung walking trail when you do the full loop rather than just come out to Waibung Heads and return. Here we have Freemans Campground. It's a much larger campground than what Fraser Beach Campground is, and it's down the southern end of the conservation area, closer to Birdie Beach. In fact, you can see here is a walking trail through to Birdie Beach. You can also notice here we have a number of caravan campsites, or for those that want to camp next to their vehicle like I normally do. Moreover though, this campground is set out for tents, swags, etc. Those camping away from their vehicle. It has a number of amenities, including the barbecue area and the camp kitchen area that you can see here with wash tubs over near the toilets. And I believe they have showers in there. I'm not 100% sure if they're a hot shower or a cold one. I believe they'd probably be a hot shower if they are in there. Okay, here we are at the Tea Tree picnic area. As you can see, there's a reasonable sized car park. As I swing around, you'll see that there's signs, another ticket machine, a cold shower for those that have been down and had a swim, and the walking trail there down to the beach. There's also a little barbecue area here with a couple of barbecues and picnic tables, and garbage bins are located right at the car park, so there's no excuse for leaving your rubbish behind. There's a sign here with a heap of information in regard to the birds and things like that that you might see in the area. And then as you walk past there down toward the beach, you get some absolutely stunning views down here. So this is the southern end of Birdie Beach. The northern end is a nudist beach, and I will be taking you up there shortly. Alrighty, off to Birdie Beach. Alrighty, so here we are down at Birdie Beach. There's a little walking trail just off to the left there, down to the southern end of the beach again. There's toilets that are proper flushing toilets with some decent water. And as you can see, it's quite busy here today. The car park is near chock-a-block. Now heading into the first of the trails, this is the southern entrance from the main car park, and it just takes you down into the normal clothed section of the beach. Completely family friendly, no dramas whatsoever. As you can see, it's a beautiful white sandy beach. Quite a nice little spot. Now coming up to the northern entry point for the beach from the main car park, you'll notice just here there is a walking trail to the left. That is to the unclad section, so the nudist end of the beach. To the right here takes you out again to the main section. As you can see, again, a stunning beach with sweeping views out over the ocean. Beautiful sandy beach. And as you swing around, you can see up the top there the unclad section or the nudist section and all the little shelters and dunes and everything that people sit in amongst and try to get some protection from. I'm not going to be filming up that end because, well, quite simply, I couldn't be stuffed with getting permission from everybody, so I won't be filming up there. Alright guys, so that's it for me. I'm going to put my cameras away, grab my towel, get my gear off and go for a swim. So I'll talk to you guys later. As always, take care, peace, and I'll see you on the tracks. Te anō.